Morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone listening to my voice this hour. Um, this is Serious Cable Channel where we talk about the realities of life in conjunction or in relation to the life of Christ. Yes, and we have been for some time now. We have been discussing about the leaders, the qualities of a leader, who a leader is. I remember God is our motivation. We are still talking about the qualities of a leader. We have made mention of a leader, an outstanding leader being humble. Now today we want to talk about an outstanding leader being empathetic. What does it mean to be empathetic? To have feelings for your followers, to have a listening ear to people that are following you. Hear what they hear, see what they see, feel what they feel. Let me tell you one thing. It's never an easy thing to be a leader, but if you must bring yourself out as a leader, you must be ready to do some certain things. One of the major mistakes leaders do or leaders make is that they always try to command respect. Let me tell you one thing. You don't command respect, you earn respect. Respect is earned. It is not commanded. It should not be commanded. If you must be an outstanding leader, it must be earned. Then now we are talking about how can you earn this respect? How can you earn this respect we are talking about? We have made mention of being humble. Now we are making mention of what? Empathy, being empathetic, having a listening ear, having patience for whoever is following you. What we care about is this is an official duty. This is the aim and objective for which you are under me, and as such, you should just remain that way. You don't want to talk with them. All you just do is to keep a mean face, go about your duties, expect the person or your followers to do their duties, and that just ends it. And that is your business with them, my dear. That if you can be a leader that way, but you are not a successful leader, and you are not an outstanding leader. If you must be an outstanding leader, you must have a listening ear. You must be able to hear their cries. You must be able to listen to them whenever they are emotionally down, whenever they are emotionally traumatized. You must be able to listen to them, hear them, feel them, see what they see. They are human beings like you and I. They have feelings, they have emotions. You must be able to pay attention to their cries as well. Provide solution where necessary. Do what you can. Remember, we are saying that we are living the life of Christ. We are Christians. But if you are a Christian, you must be able to live the life of Christ. You know, some of us, all these self-acclaimed believers, what they always do is, oh, I'm a believer, and because of that, I don't make makeup, I don't do this, I don't. Let me tell you one thing. Being a Christian does not end in just dressing. Are you actually living the life of Christ? While he was on earth, you are flesh, so live his life, the pattern of his lifestyle while he was on earth. He was very empathetic. That's what made him an outstanding leader. He was very empathetic. Look at the story of Deborah. She's also flesh. Deborah is one person, one leader that is recorded in the Bible as an outstanding and as a compassionate leader. Deborah was someone who always listened to the complaints, to the cries of her followers. Look at the case of Deborah. Deborah is a woman, a virtuous woman, who throughout her leadership tenure, she lived it faithfully and nicely. Look at the story of Leah and Rachel. Rachel was someone who was recorded as a believer, as a Christian. She was following Christ. And at the time, it got to a point where she was emotionally down, when she could no longer take it. And because she could no longer take it, she came to Christ, her leader, for support, for emotional healing. And he provided the solution. He helped her and gave her what she wanted. There are so many of them. Look at the story of Job. We all know that Job was a faithful Christian. Job was a follower of Christ, faithfully. But when he was emotionally traumatized, when he could not take it again, when every of his condition, every situation he was passing through was as if nothing was happening, When things turned upside down for him, he came to his leader and he complained to his leader. He came and talked heart to heart with a leader. And being a good leader, God listened to him and provided a solution to his problem. Look at the story of Hannah and Peninnah. There are so many of them in the Bible. She was also a faithful Christian, faithfully following the life of Christ, living the life of Christ, doing the things that God wants her to do. And at the time, she also had her emotional troubles. And then she also came to her leader. And her leader gave her a listening ear and provided solution to it. Some of you leaders, you have the solution to the person's problem, but you will ask yourself a question: am I the one that brought her to this world? Am I the one that brought him to this world? Am I supposed to be taking care of it? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do this? Yes, if you must be a successful leader, if you must be an understanding leader, it is your responsibility to take care of them emotionally as well. You must be able to provide solutions to their problems. That's what makes you an outstanding leader. That's what makes you a good leader. There are so many of them in the Bible, but for the sake of time, we're going to stop here. We are going to continue this in our next video. Thank you for watching.